Welcome to the second installment of Clown's Kitchen on KKV TV. Tonight we're going to be doing chorizo yellow rice with chicken. A little bit of a twist on your normal chicken and yellow rice. So today we're starting off, we're doing the chorizo. We're going to cut it in half, and most of the chorizo you're going to find, we found everything today at our local grocery store. It's going to have this skin on the end. So you just peel the meat out just like this, and then you discard the skin. Once you're done with that, you just line it up and chop it up into a small dice here. And then also, Will is over here doing a dice on the onion, pretty fine dice, because it's going to be in the process the entire time. So you want it to be small enough to be on your fork as well. And then we're going to take both of these and we're going to cook it down in the fat from the chicken skin that we took off of the chicken thighs we're going to be using. And we're going to render those down and cook those down until they're almost clear. So the chorizo and the onions are now cooked down, and you start noticing that the onions are a little bit clear but hazy at the same time, not so like glass. But then the chorizo comes down and gives that wonderful color of the fat. You're just going to scoop that out, move it off to the side. We're going to fill up the pot with chicken stock and then boil off the chicken meat itself for the finished product. So we added 2 quarts of the low sodium chicken broth that we've used, and we'll show you a list of all the ingredients at the bottom of the video once we've got this posted, and it tells you where we got everything and what the package sizes were. But you're just going to drop the chicken pieces into the stock that's been to a boil, fill the pan up, make sure that it brings to a light boil once you're done, and you just extract the chicken once the chicken falls off the bone. So the chicken's been cooking for about 40 minutes now, and it looks like the chicken's ready to be just falling apart, pulled off the bone. It's still got some tenderness to it, but to pull all the pieces of chicken out and put them into a strainer, and then we'll just pour off the liquid, and then we'll measure out the proper amount for the yellow rice that we're going to be using. So once the chicken's been boiled through and it's finished all the way to the bone, what you're going to do is go ahead and pull all the bones out. And then you want to shred it with your fingers just ever lightly and make sure that you pull all the extra pieces of cartilage or any tendons or anything else that are left in the chicken. And then this will be added to the rice once the rice starts cooking. So once you've got all the chicken separated from the bones and you've got it all shredded up by hand, you're going to be adding the garlic, and then on top of that you're going to be adding the onions with the chorizo mix into the boiling water. This is going to be the water that's used for the rice, and we're going to be using Vigo yellow rice for 2 reasons. 1, in my opinion, it is actually the best for the flavor, and 2, you can find it pretty much in every grocery store. We got all this from our local grocery store. It wasn't very hard to find. So he's going to go ahead and mix that up now and add the rice in, and he's going to bring the water back up to a boil as he stirs, and you're going to want to boil it for 1 minute on high. All this is on the back of the package for the yellow rice, and you just follow the directions and it'll be fine. So now we're going to be adding into the mixture that's been boiling now for an hour. It's up to a rolling boil. You're going to be adding red cayenne pepper, about a pinch, maybe a little bit more, and then you're going to be adding in Aleppo pepper, and this is ground Aleppo pepper. And then mix that up. You're going to reduce your heat down to low, and then you're going to cover and walk the hell away from it. So about 15 minutes in, you're going to want to pull the lid and then take all that chicken that you've taken off of the bones and cover the top of the rice without disturbing the rice, and then recover the pot and cook for the additional 12 minutes. About 20-25 minutes into the cooking time, maybe a little less, maybe a little bit more depending on your stove. But once that's complete, you're just going to dish this into another bowl, And then you're gonna mix it up from there to make it a lot easier. And then you're gonna serve up and you'll have your plate of chicken and chorizo yellow rice. So once again, we're back at the wrap up. Again, we used 4 pounds of chicken, 1 pack of family style or family size Vigo yellow rice, a few other ingredients, and of course we made a whole bunch of food and lots of leftovers. We've all got our own menu. Today we were actually, most of the cooking today was done by Vaping with Will. And you're vaping on what today?
Vaping on Apple Kiwi by Rounds.
And then today also, Ashley was doing the camera footage and being the camera woman today. And what are you vaping on, Ashley?
I'm vaping on the legendary Heisenberg with menthol, because menthol's life.
And both of those were actually donated to us by Stellar Vapor, which this episode was brought to you by. Like I said, they're very cheap. I think it was about $18 worth of all products. And we probably got 2 full meals out of this. So I'm Clown King, of course, Vaping with Will, and Ash V Goddess. Thank you. See you next time.
Squad.